In non-wetsuit swims, in particular places like Kona and the Ironman, you can wear a swimskin.
But should you? How much faster are they, and are they worth the money?
Well, today we're going to be doing a comparison between swimming in a swimskin and a tri-suit. Well, in Kona, the water temperatures are around 26 degrees centigrade or 78 degrees Fahrenheit, and as a result, wetsuits are prohibited. But Ironman does allow the use of a swimskin to be worn over the top of a tri-suit for the swim leg.
But should you? I mean, is it worth the nearly 300 pounds you're going to spend for those few seconds? Well, today we're going to find out. First, we're going to take you through the differences and what's available in swimskins, and then we're going to actually test it and measure the difference.
Quick one before we crack on, just remember to click on that globe and subscribe and give us a like if you are enjoying this video. So back to the swimskin, what actually are they and why do they make any difference?
Well, first, let's look at the Ironman rules for when you can wear them. So when the wetsuit is prohibited, you may not wear any clothing below your elbows and knees, but you may wear a covering over your textile race suit for the swim leg. That covering has to be 100% textile, no neoprene, no rubberized material in it whatsoever, and it can provide no buoyancy. And that may also not extend below your elbows and knees. So, enter the swimskin.
Well, as a result, several brands have designed something that meets those requirements. And the idea is it is worn over your tri-suit and it adds that level of compression and reduces drag, therefore hopefully making you swim faster. Now, the majority of them are cut off at the shoulders and the knees, but you can also get long sleeve ones like this, and they're all designed to be removed in T1.
Before we go on, let's answer your first question. Why not just do the whole race in your tri-suit, including the swim, or even better yet, why not do the whole race in your swimskin? Well, later on in the day, in that run, your swimskin is going to be pretty tight and pretty uncomfortable. They're designed to be compressive, so they're going to be really tight for that run leg and not comfortable. On the other hand, your tri-suit is designed to be comfortable and breathable later on in the run, and so they're not going to be very efficient in the water. Of course, these are also designed to be less breathable, and that lack of breathability is definitely going to cost you some comfort later on in the run. So really, you need to have the best of both worlds, which is a tri-suit for most of the race with a swimskin just for the swim.
So the $1 million question, or should we say $400 question, is how much do they actually save? Well, we're going to do a comparison today, but bear in mind that you are going to have to remove it in T1, and if you were wearing a tri-suit, well, you simply wouldn't need to. And you might be saying, well, why don't I just wear a swimsuit or a breeze suit? Yes, you could do, but skin actually isn't faster than this material, and then you've got the challenge of having to put something on when you're in T1, and trust me, if you've ever tried getting it changed in a hurry after swimming, you know how difficult it is to try to get something over you. So that will definitely be the slower option.
Yeah, so today we're going to test it, but of course we're not swimming 3.8 Ks, are we? So we're going to do about 200 meters in each suit with the suit and then just with the tri-suit, and we're also going to include a T1. So we're going to hop out, strip the suit, or not strip the suit if you're in the tri-suit, and then hit the wall. That's the end of the time. And we're going to see which one's faster and how much you're saving with one of these. Okay, so test done, and what we found was actually that the Swimskin was slower overall, including the transition. But of course, the transition where you're stripping the wetsuit, the Swimskin you only have to do once, which you'd still only do once in an Ironman. And the actual swim itself, for me, was about 3 seconds faster over 200 meters, and you're going to extrapolate that out over a whole 3.8 Ks. It does actually become a noticeable difference. Are we still talking seconds? How much did you say?
Yeah, it was just a couple of seconds, but again, like that is 200. And I think it's also the psychological aspect of feeling like you're ready to race. It's like putting on a pair of race shoes. There's that aspect as well, which is hard to measure. But
it's also the psychological aspect of just having every advantage. You don't want to be swimming next to someone with they've got a swimskin and you don't, and feeling like you're kind of handicapped from the beginning. That's an awful feeling. So there is a lot to be said for it. There also a point to make with Ironman is that the swim in an Ironman is very much about getting through it with using as little energy as possible, and obviously a swimskin, even if you swim at the same speed, is going to save you even a little bit of energy, which can pay dividends later on. Is it worth it? I think in the pointy end of the race for the pros, it's definitely worth it.
For those guys,
a second or two per 100 can make the difference between staying on the feet in front of you and not staying on the feet, staying in that lead pack or falling back to the second pack, and that's a big difference. Whereas later on in the field, further down the field, a few seconds here and there in a race that's going to take you 11, 12, 13 hours, you have to weigh up whether that's worth the $300 or more. I think I would wear one if I had one, for sure. If I was just going to finish an Ironman, maybe not.
Yeah, it's a weird one. And you've also then got, like you said, the choice of whether you go for the sleeve tri-suit or not. And if you're going for an unsleeved tri-suit, swimskin, you can obviously take your tri-suit off, and then that would take a bit longer to put it on in transition, but it might get more advantage because you're going to feel freer in your shoulders without having a tri-suit over your shoulders.
That is true. We didn't actually do that experiment here today. What we could do is roll these down, tuck them in the back underneath your swimskin so that you don't have anything on your shoulders whatsoever. But obviously you've got to put that on in T1.
And that would add to that time.
Yeah. If you've got a long run, though, of course, you can do that while you're running and maybe not add any time whatsoever, unless, of course, you get stuck in it, which has actually happened to me before.
I would love to see that.
Enough about that. Yeah. So I hope this video has helped you a little bit, giving you some understanding of the benefit of swimskins and whether they're worth it. Weigh up that decision for yourself. We obviously can't make the decision for you, but we hope this has helped. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.